So this right here on my chin is the brand new DJI Action 5 Pro. Let's switch over to it right now. I think the footage looks really good. We'll touch more on that later in different lighting conditions. But even though this thing looks similar on the outside, there's a few key changes this year. One of the big ones is just a larger battery. This is something people always want. It is just shy of 2,000 milliamp hours. In my testing, I got over 160 minutes of 4K, 30 frames per second recording, and that's really solid battery life. I can also report that the camera did not overheat. Another major upgrade is the image sensor. So it is still 1/1.3 inches, but even though the sensor size is the same, they increased the size of the pixels. Another one that I'm very excited about is the addition of internal built-in storage. All right, this is the dusk image quality test of the new DJI Action 5 Pro. The sun set like 5 minutes ago, so there's still some light in the sky, but you know, it's dark-ish. We got some lights on around us. This is where action cameras begin to struggle. I was pleasantly surprised with last generation's Action 4. It did surprisingly well in lighting conditions like this. So if I had to guess, there's still a good amount of detail in the dark areas. Where I'm more concerned is the electronic image stabilization. When lighting gets this low, historically, up until now, maybe still, this is where you get a lot of the smearing of the image. So as I ride here and hit bumps, look at fixed lights and objects and see if they kind of smudge and blur every couple seconds. If not, if everything stays sharp even as we're moving around, that means that this camera is significantly better in low lighting conditions. All right, and this is straight up nighttime now. It's very dark. We have some ambient lighting currently. That's going to change though. But new with the Action 5, they did introduce a few new modes. One of them is digital subject tracking, pretty cool. But the other one is a dedicated night mode. So let's go ahead and activate that right now. All right, now we got the night mode on. Does it look any better? There's also an option to slightly adjust the stabilization. I have it in sport mode, which should be better when it comes to that motion blur in low lighting conditions. But aside from night mode, we're still in automatic settings, you know, auto white balance, ISO, all that kind of stuff. 4K 30 FPS. We just left the well-lit parking lot to an area that's a lot more challenging. Now this, of course, it's straight up nighttime. This is a very tall order for any camera, let alone a small little action camera. But I'm doing this just to push the limits, test out this new night mode, and see what you can expect in these extreme conditions. And by the way, the audio right now is the DJI Mic 2 connected to the Action 5 Pro via Bluetooth. I did some testing and I think it sounds really good, especially considering this is the Bluetooth option. Even when moving, like right now, I think the audio sounds pretty good. But getting back to the video, we still have some ambient light sources, but it's very minimal. And how does it look? Aside from the raw image quality, a big reason why I've always gravitated towards DJI cameras is their huge focus on good usability. So dating back to the very first model, they've always had this awesome magnetic mounting system. I use this camera on my helmet all the time, and with this mount, boom. That's all you have to do, and the camera is set and ready to go. This camera is fully compatible with DJI's wireless mic system. It's a fantastic audio solution, but even if you don't have DJI's first-party microphone, you could just plug in any microphone to the USB Type-C port, and it works. It's a plug-and-play audio solution. And I'm just shocked that no other action camera allows you to do this without buying a proprietary mic adapter. And something new this year that further reduces friction and adds to the usability is the built-in storage. So we can see here that I have my SD card installed, but internally we have 47.8 gigabytes of storage available. So that means if you forgot your SD card at home, which is a real possibility, the camera isn't dead in the water. So if we try to record right now using the SD card, it's not gonna work. But now we can just go into the settings and with one tap, switch over to internal recording. And just like that, now we can record. So that's the new Action 5 Pro from DJI. It's essentially a refinement of the Action 4, which already was a fantastic action camera. Now we have a larger battery, bigger pixels in the sensor, and built-in storage. I'm still waiting for an action camera that has a full 1-inch sensor. Eventually that has to happen, but right now, the Action 5 Pro will certainly be my go-to action camera of choice. And it will live right here on my chin for probably the next year at least. I'll leave the link to this camera below the video. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.